Hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all. This is my third attempt. I'm beginning to think that TikTok don't like me no more. No, but it has something to do with the storage. But anywho, I'm gonna start by saying I am currently living with HIV and genital herpes. I'm gonna tell my story today about that specifically. Um, how I found out was through the hospital. I was about to start a job and I was told I couldn't start it until I got a dermal taken out my face, which was here. Usually you have to go to the tattoo shop, but I tried going to the hospital, see if they could help or whatever. But they couldn't. But in the midst of that, there was a random doctor going around doing random blood tests for HIV specifically. And I was on the phone with one of my guy friends, and I made a joke. I'm like, bro, what if they say I got that shit? I'm going to just embrace it, you feel me? We laughing about it. Me and him, we laughing about it type shit. Like, literally 10, 15 minutes later, the doctor came back and pulled me to a room. I'm like, uh-oh, I know what that means. Something ain't right, you know what I mean? And he told me I was positive for HIV. I'm like,
Oh, no. See, I wanted to let it play a little bit, but I think TikTok was giving her signs, and she just don't know how to pick up on them very well. First, TikTok didn't allow her to upload it 3 times in a row. That probably mean, baby girl, let it go. Don't post it. But I guess 4th time's a charm. But I still can't believe she got that 2 for 1. She got HIV and HSV 2. She skipped from HSV 1 to straight HSV 2. That's genitals, round the mouth, everywhere, flaring up. If you eat certain foods, you just gonna be bumped up. Hives all in your goodie and your coochie coo. Oh my goodness gracious. Man, she got that 2 for 1. The only 2 for 1s that I remember getting was, them orange Ruffles chips? You know the orange Ruffles chips? I don't know what the flavor is, but they was fire. You used to get 2 bags for $1. 2 bags for $1. Then you go over to the Arizona section, go and get you. I love the watermelon in Arizona. Get you that for 99 cents. $2. 2 bags of chips in Arizona. My 2 for 1 is different from her 2 for 1. She got that deadly 2 for 1. God damn. She got them at the same time, and she wasn't even getting tested regularly. I can't even speak. She wasn't getting tested regularly by her PCP, primary care physician. She was trying to get a dermal removed from her face, which should tell us enough. Anybody with a dermal, especially a man, that's crazy. She was trying to get a dermal removed from her face, and it was this random magical doctor walking around testing people for AIDS. And it just so happened that she was there joking with her friend and got tested. These is not coincidences. These are signs, baby girl. You need to really get in tune with what's going on, because that also means it must have been popping off. HIV must have been popping off in her city for a random doctor to be walking around just giving out blood tests to everybody. Oh, man, this is crazy. So if she would have never applied for that job and they told her to take that derma out of her face, she would have never found out. Y'all not getting tested regularly? Everybody hooking up, everybody on Tinder, on Bumble, on Hinge, on Black, on all these applications, interacting with all these random peoples, exchanging fluids, and y'all not getting tested? Why is y'all not covering up? Why is y'all not requiring people to show y'all that my chart? Even though my chart can be clean, it's better than not doing nothing. Oh my gosh. This oh no.
I'm laughing at the doctor because I ain't trying to believe what he's saying. I'm in shock type of stuff. I'm like not believing what he's saying, basically. It took me a minute to adapt to it. But once I had left the hospital,
you cried?
I'm calling everybody. I'm texting everybody like, hey, bro, you need to go get checked. Like my previous partners, past partners, listen, go get checked. You feel me? I just found out I got HIV. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too much about it. They just told me they'll follow up with me the next doctor's appointment. So I really didn't know much about it until that first visit after finding out. So I was just stuck with a folder telling me about HIV, and that was it at the time. But when I did get to the first follow-up appointment, the doctor was like, it's very rare, but your viral load is very low. And at the time, I'm like,
What that
I thought
mean?
my stuff was high, because I'm like, it was in the 7,000s type of thing. But he said it was very low, which meaning like basically I figured out I found out right on time. Like I just got it, probably not no less than a few months or whatever, or weeks or however that goes. But once you like in 100,000 stuff, that's when you probably more likely have to worry about AIDS if you don't have it already. So I thank God I'm blessed for you know, my results that I got back in the midst of finding out and processing everything. He was like, it's like he said, it was rare. He said there's no possible way that I have could have passed it to anybody. So that was my confirmation from God. 'Cause I'm like, what if I gave this to somebody? You know what I mean? Like I was really wondering, like I was really scared because I'm like, I don't want nobody to try to like take me out or nothing because they're like, you gave me this, da, 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 da. I don't know. I had so many thoughts, you guys. I felt like crap when I found out because I'm like, this is, I don't know.
I'm not believing that doctor. By the way she said, oh, when I found out, I'm texting everybody. What you mean you texting everybody? How many people was you interacting with that you could have possibly infected? This is scary. And I'm not believing no doctor talk about, oh, it was so low you couldn't have got nobody else sick. Oh no, I'm not believing that. I'm very speculative of these medications anyways. I don't even know if these medications doing what they say they doing, or if they just using these medicines to get people addicted to them and take their money and get this insurance money. I don't even know what these medicines is doing, because let's think about it for real, right? Let's say you don't got it, right? And the doctor come back and say you do got it. How can you confirm that you don't actually have it? You can go to every single doctor. What if all these doctors on the same accord and all of them say you got it? Now you think that you got it. How would you ever be able to confirm this from a non-biased source and know that you do or you don't actually have it? If the doctor want to say you got it, put this on your record that you got it, they have all these systems and registries that they have to add your name to where every doctor that you could go see will confirm that you got it. You probably have to go out the country and rely on their medical practices and standards to see if you actually got it. But she talk about, oh, it's too low, I caught it at the right time. What you mean you caught it at the right time? When is the right time to catch HIV? Hell no. Hell no, I'm suing.
I didn't know how to feel. But what I learned about it, like I said, was the viral load. He told me, basically he's gonna start me off on Biktarvy since my viral load was already low. That he said it usually takes up to 3 to 6 months for you to become undetectable. I ended up undetectable within that first week taking Biktarvy. So I was like, what? I didn't have to wait that long because at first that was my worry. Like I'm not gonna be able to have sex. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing. But waiting 3 to 5 months, however long it's gonna take, to become undetectable. So I was still thankful again. Like I said, it was very rare, but I was very blessed in the midst of the situation to find.
She said she was blessed and thankful that she didn't have to wait 3 to 6 months to not engage in horizontal activity with nobody else. She just got diagnosed and her first thought is how long is it going to take her to get into bed with somebody else again? That's her main concern. This woman is crazy. She's dickmatized, as they say. There's no way you just got diagnosed with HSV2, you skipped 1 to 2, and you got HIV, and your main concern is, I cannot wait 3 to 6 months, keeping my goodies to myself during that time and not do nothing. You're a fiend. You're addicted. You need help, man. They need to figure that out, because that has to be some type of mental psychosis or illness. I can't do no assessments, but for you to get diagnosed with something this severe and your first thought is getting into bed with somebody else, there's definitely something else going on. This is great. This is mind-blowing. Why are you not focusing on healing up? Why are you not focusing on figuring out who gave this to you? Because she ain't mentioned that she figured out who did this to her. She didn't mention mention her saying, yep, I figured out who did it. I figured out how I got it. This is the time frame. She didn't explain none of that. She is focused on, when can I get it in again? She don't want to miss her opportunity. Oh my gosh. And she probably on them apps too. She not even disclosing her status on them apps. She just waiting until they get in the bedroom and they say, you see my medications over there? You see all my medications? Yeah, I'm positive. After they already done did what they done did. This is ridiculous. I've never heard nothing like this. This is atrocious. This is what's in them streets. This is what's on them apps. The reason I review these type of videos so often is to remind y'all to be careful, be safe, and do not play with your health and your life. Go get checked. Go not only get checked for these diseases, go get checked for your blood pressure, your cholesterol. Go get checked for all that. catch everything that you can, clean your life up, clean your diet up. And she keep mentioning the Lord. Go walk by the Spirit. Go walk with the Lord. And please keep yourself out of these situations. Because if I see you on these videos, you damn sure I'm going to review you.
And out.
Clown you.
I am currently pregnant.
What? What? She's pregnant? Yo, this is the craziest story I've ever seen in my life. How did we get here? How did we get here? Whoa. I'm sorry for pausing it so often. That was crazy. She's pregnant. How did you go from being diagnosed with HIV to now you pregnant? Maybe she was diagnosed maybe years ago. Maybe this story is old. That's what I'm hoping. Because there's no way she just said she was diagnosed and jumped to I'm pregnant. She hasn't given us any timeline of this. So I'm hoping she was diagnosed months ago and just found out she was pregnant recently. Because that would be crazy. This story is already ridiculous. Let's continue.
5 months with my baby girl. I had my first OBGYN appointment, and with that being said, they test you for everything. And I had me a little outbreak, and I was like questioning. I'm like, hey, listen, can you look at this? I don't know what this is down here. Can you look at it? And she swabbed it. She's like, it looked like a little ingrown hair, whatever the case may be. And so when she had swabbed it, I got my test results back the same day, later that day. And it came back positive that I was, or detected for HSV2, which is genital herpes. And I was in shock because I'm like, dang, now that I got 2 diagnoses. How am I supposed to tell somebody that I got both? You know what I'm saying? So I was already planning to put it out there in the world for New Year's that I had HIV because I didn't want to be afraid or, have to keep telling somebody that I'm dating my story or tell them what I have. I want to be very open about it. But with that being said, what made me and encouraged me to be open like I am was because a lot of people was like, you don't need to be telling people your business. You need to stop telling people. Everybody don't need to know that, and you shouldn't tell people that. And I'm like, honestly, I feel like I should because maybe I can help a lot of other people from getting put in the situation that I'm in now. And this can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come with a look. You can be married, single, a couple, whatever the case may be. Some people were born with this. You just never know unless they tell you. And a lot of people are afraid to tell you that they have these diagnoses. I'm not afraid. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep spreading awareness. I want people to know how real it is out here. And how common it is. Actually, a lot of people are living with it without knowing that they have it. But I want to encourage people to live in their truth, live out loudly. I'm living out loudly because, like I said, I'm not letting this define who I am, and y'all shouldn't let it define who y'all are. It doesn't matter what type of health issues you have. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't stop you from being who you are. And with that being said, I want to break stigma. I'm advocating at different events, for people in my situation. I'm open to, respond to anybody who wants to just text me. I do plan on going live to answer questions on the behalf of telling my story. Some that I might have missed on here telling my story that people want answers to. So hopefully I can help.
Well, great. I'm glad that she is trying to advocate for people to do different in their own lives and that she's trying to spread awareness. I'm glad that she is taking on her story. She's standing in what has taken place, taking accountability for it, and she is now trying to help other people avoid these situations. But I think she has missed some critical things. First off, y'all need to keep your bodies to yourself. She said, oh, I don't want to have to keep telling my story to my man or my other partners. Where is the partner that you created a child with? That's what I'm worried about. Where's the father at? Because there's no way that you're interacting with so many people. You got HIV from one person, you got HSV from another person, you got a baby from possibly one of those people or a different person, and there's no solid man in your life that you have mentioned, that you have been talking about from the beginning to the end of the story. And I looked at the rest of her TikTok, and I saw that she is pregnant. And in none of those videos did I ever see or hear her mention a man, a husband, a boyfriend, a baby daddy, nothing. So, ma'am, I hope that you get the help that you need. And I really wish you would have hit on the point of keeping your body to yourself. Wait for somebody that actually cherishes you, that actually values you enough to take you serious, whether that's in a long-term committed relationship or even better in a marriage, that when you risk your life to have that child, they're willing to risk their life to keep you and that child protected forever. Do not just go in and allow somebody to enter your body and just be having children for anybody all willy-nilly. That is not acceptable. Next, she said there are people living with it who don't know. Well, the way you find out is by getting tested. If you don't have health insurance, I understand it's expensive. Life is crazy right now. But I hope that you try and seek some type of resources, some type of community resources that can help you get the attention and the care that you need, because everybody should be getting tested, not just for these diseases, but for everything else as well. A lot of preventable illnesses out there can be detected prior to them becoming deadly. So I hope people is out there getting tested for everything. Go get tested. Go get your help. If something hurt, if it ache, and it don't go away after 3 good nights of sleep, go see the doctor. Please go see the doctor. Or go call the voodoo witch lady down the street. Maybe she could figure it out. Go find somebody in your family that's a CNA, a RN, a NP, a PA, a doctor. Ask them to check you out if you can't afford it. But guys, please be safe out here in these streets. Men, be careful. I know we always saying women are so cute and so innocent, but in this case, she might have been getting dudes infected. Ladies, be careful with these dudes. Be careful with these dudes. Don't let them say, I'm going to just put the tip in, because the tip is all you need to get HIV, HSV, chlamydia, and gonorrhea. You're going to get that Wendy's 4 for 4 messing with these dudes just putting the tip in. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm out of here. Peace.